Thought, we came out, had a better sense of urgency in the second half, and, one of the things that we just talked about as a team is got to figure out how to, start the game off that way as well. And, I think that, the first three possessions offensively were turnovers for us, and for whatever reason, just couldn't sustain any consistency as regards to, having that sense of urgency and want to. And so that part's frustrating. We're trying different things, and we're trying to do figure out our strength here and there and what we could do, and so we'll continue to do that. But I thought in the second half, we finally we're knocking down some shots. Aislin had opportunities there to knock down shots. I liked her numbers on the day, and if we could just get a carbon copy of this every game, going 7 for 14, 5 for 9 from 3, that'd be a pretty good thing. But just overall, we got to be better defensively in what we do, and nothing will work if man zone. None of that's going to work if you're not going to work hard within it, and so got to figure that part out. So I thought, they came out and I think this was, obviously they came in here like saying that they needed to win this game. I thought their sense of urgency and their want to right off the bat, was great, and we got to figure out a way to do that.
So, Coach, you talked about some of the slow starts today and against Notre Dame. What do you think is contributing to that? And
Turnovers. Right off the bat, turnovers. So, we got to value the ball. Marley can't turn the ball over. We just can't. We go hit ahead and we throw it right out of bounds, and then we turn it over, just handling it, and so that's been communicated. But we got to value the ball, and we can't start off games that way. Just can't. We got to be confident, and got to do our jobs.
And you spoke about shooting 3-pointers. Last game, I don't think you guys made any today.
Yeah,
you shot
for last game, yeah.
Was there more of an emphasis on shooting 3-pointers today?
No, there's no emphasis on that, and they were just, they were trying to take away the paint, and they did a pretty good job of that. They're swarming, Leah too every time she caught the ball, and that's going to continue to happen. They scout, people scout, they look at your strengths, and our guards have to do a better job. They got to accept the challenge of knocking down shots, and if we're not knocking down shots, it's going to be tough to score. It opens up, the inside, and got to figure that part out.
Aislin, you had 19 points today. What led you to having such a great game today, especially after more of a disappointing performance against Notre Dame on Thursday?
I think going into this game, I knew I would have to knock down shots, so I've been repping more game-like shots, and that helped today. And then I think just having two as a teammate, clearly you can see they double, triple team her, so our guard shots are pretty wide open for the kick out.
Obviously, Coach spoke about slow starts, but you guys have been better in that second half, against Notre Dame, and even today you guys kept it close and are almost there. What do you think is leading to you guys playing better in the second half compared to when you're starting out?
Trying to come back from digging yourself into a hole is pretty hard. Our second half, we've been doing that, but continuing to do that isn't going to bring us much success. So we need to limit turnovers, like he said. And I think at halftime, we know what we need to do in the second half, which we need to do what we do in the second half to come out and start the game. So I think just that carryover into knowing what we need to do to come out, that's what we need to do.
Coach, obviously you have to appreciate your team's effort coming back in both these games, but what do you think is going to push your team over the edge in terms of when they're coming back and just able to complete that and get the victory in the end? What do you think is going to push them?
It's understanding that every possession matters, and you got to work to exhaustion, every single possession, and we don't do that. We do not do that. And, that's the part that, that's frustrating. Great players and great teams do that, and that's why they're successful. And, this isn't about pacing yourself. This isn't about, I want to stay in the game as long as I can. That's not what this is about. If winning truly matters, then you give it everything that you have on every single possession. You treat every single possession like it's a championship last possession of a game. And we got to figure that out. I think that's part of the maturation process that needs to take place here. And you know, again, you know, I you know, I'm searching and trying to figure out, you know, how to help them, and you know, and it's just not, you know, it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it.
The team's trying to double and triple team Leah too. I mean, how are you trying to make sure everyone gets involved, but also making? I mean, Leah too still had 15 points today. How do you try to make sure she stays ready to go whenever the shots are there?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to move all, you know, pieces around. I mean, we can't just stand and stare, and you know, we're trying to see where the double comes, and trying to, you know, once a double does come, I think you saw Leah too try to drop it off to Rapalucci a couple times on the double and run some different things, but. You know, our guards got to continue to get in her line of vision so that she could skip it out and be ready shooters.
I mean, consistently, Leah too and Aislin have been your top scorers so far this season. How do you try to make sure some of the other players, is it more individual, or just what do you think about the other players trying to get a little bit more involved in terms of offense?
Yeah, I mean, production? I think that, you know, the more confident you are, the more you become involved. And so, you know, we need some confidence. And, you know, we need Bella Perkins to step up and, you know, knock down shots. And it was good to see her knock down a couple shots, but can't go 4 for 16. You know, if her numbers are, you know, even 6 for 16 or 7 for 16, you know, I'm feeling a little bit better about that. But, you know, when you get those opportunities, you got to attack the passes. And you got to knock them down, because if she hits 2 more, you know, then all of a sudden it could be either a 4-point game or a 5-point game, and it's a little bit different, you know. So, but again, we have other people that go 0 for, you know, if they just go 1 for 4 instead of going 0 for 4 or 1 for 2, like it all adds up. And if we knock down some free throws, you know, we missed 6 free throws here tonight, and. You know, I think those were in the first half, to be honest with you. I don't think we shot a free throw in the second half. I don't know, you'd have to look at that, but but I know that we missed 6 free throws in the first half, because I was like 5 or 6 free throws, and then missed box outs led to their second chance points. I'm like, man, that's 11 points right there, you know. So but again, at the end of the day, it just comes down to playing every possession like it's the last possession of the game, and we got to figure out how to get there.
Aislin, you guys have played 3 ACC games so far. What do you think you've learned from these first 3 games, and have you seen the team progress in these, I guess, past few matches?
I think we're learning that, like Coach said in the locker room, you practice like you play. The games where we've had bad practices, we've had bad games. So I think in our mind, we need to go out every day and practice like a last possession, like Coach has been saying. And then the communication part on defense, we've definitely seen in ACC play needs to be up like times 1,000 that we've been doing. It's a lot fast paced, there's a lot of moving parts, so we just need to be more team oriented in those parts.
Anything else?
All right, guys.